The Samsung Z Fold5 is here, and the question on all of our minds is to fold or not to fold. Well, frankly, it was Samsung who woke us up from the snooze fest that the smartphone market had become when in 2019 it came out with its first ever foldable smartphone. I mean, honestly guys, their slogan literally was "The future unfolds," and unfold it did in new and exciting ways never experienced before by the consumer. I mean, think about it. It's a phone, but it's a tablet. It's a phone, but it can fold. You get the picture, right? And of course, after some hiccups, some bumps and bruises along the way, I have to say that Samsung's foldables have become amongst the most lovable foldables in the world. And now cut to today. We are on the 5th iteration of the Fold series. And when I say iteration, I mean it quite literally. Because look at it guys, it looks completely identical to the Galaxy Z Fold4. However, it does close completely and there is barely any gap left between the screens. This is a biggie for me and honestly a much needed upgrade. This is all because of Samsung's new Flex Hinge. It's a simpler hinge, teardrop shaped with fewer moving parts, and so it's less prone to damage from dust particles. But sadly, there is no dust resistance as such to speak of. One would have thought that Samsung would have figured this out by now. However, no one else has well. What's a bit disappointing is that Samsung hasn't changed the design that much. I mean, one look at the global smartphone market and you will see all these foldables which are popping up, which have a passport-shaped design, and this just makes for a wider and more usable outer display. While it may not seem so, the screens have been upgraded. For starters, they are brighter. Actually, the brightest foldable screens make them great for watching movies. There is also a new slimmer S Pen. It gets Gorilla Glass Victus too, giving it that premium look. And of course, the frame is made of armor aluminium. Boy, is it strong. So performance has never been an issue with the Fold series, but with the custom Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, the Z Fold5 truly is the king in terms of raw horsepower. Minor improvements to the multitasking system have been made, and dragging and dropping between apps is definitely enhanced. Samsung's One UI is super stable and rather straightforward to use. It is also the most adept interface for foldables, considering Samsung pioneered this category. On the Fold5, everything from watching movies to playing high-resolution games like F1 Mobile is absolutely seamless. Multitasking is also a breeze, and generally the phone does well in benchmarks. It has the best camera system on a foldable in India. But then think about it, Samsung is probably the only major player providing foldable smartphones apart from a few other fringe brands. Samsung has barely changed the triple camera setup on the Galaxy Z Fold5. The only change comes with the additional anti-glare coating. But this is the bare minimum, and it even shows in the photos we clicked. They don't look like they come from a phone of this price. Sure, I have to admit, in daylight, the photographs that I took were absolutely stunning. And it works really good with the portrait mode as well. There is an adept ultra-wide camera with a telephoto lens that can do 3x of optical zoom as well. But at night time, when dealing with bright lights, the Samsung camera system does mess things up sometimes. Thankfully, video is an area of dominance for Samsung. It takes some superb 4K video. I wouldn't be surprised if the Galaxy Z Fold5 gets shown up by the camera on the OnePlus Fold. And that phone will likely be cheaper as well. The Pixel Fold probably has a better camera system. And it's not like the battery life has improved greatly. I mean, you get the same size of battery. And if you are going to be using the inner screens a lot, then be prepared that the battery is not going to last you even a day. So make sure you carry a charger. But that's also quite normal for a foldable. I mean, you tend to use them more, much like a laptop or a tablet. Which is why I prefer the passport design in foldables, because you can use the outer screen that much more. However, compared to the Fold4, the battery life has actually improved slightly. We managed almost 8 hours with ample inner screen usage. So to sum it up, the Galaxy Z Fold5 will easily be the most powerful foldable smartphone in India. And it's probably the best in the business as well, thanks to how well the software is tuned and adapted for the large canvas. But is it a huge upgrade? No, it's a timid upgrade, which refines the already refined fold formula. The thing is, foldables are a finicky business. The screens are fragile, which means to sell these types of devices, you need an after-sales machinery. Which is also why Samsung is number one. Not just because it invented the tech, but also because it has the best after-sales services by a mile, at least for these type of devices. So, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna fold and buy this baby, or are you not?